Boom, means I'm live now. Okay. Hello, people. How have you been? Again, it's 1 p.m. Sunday. Right, this is me, Jerell. Okay. I'm not your Japanese sensei, but I'm a crazy, mad Singaporean who just loves everything Japanese. So I've been doing this for quite some time, and welcome to Artsphere channel again. And August 30th in Japanese is Hachikatsu 30 Nichi. Yeah, Sunday is Nichiyobi. 1 o'clock is Ichiji Gogo. Yeah, Gogo means 午后. So welcome, Yokoso, everybody. Today is the last, almost the last day of August. And then if you recall my last Japanese session that I've shared, summer holiday is coming to a close. Yeah, summer holiday is coming to a close to Japan, August 31st. And what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about, let's put it this way. When we talk about Japan or Japanese, there are many images from everybody, right? Yeah. Some say Japanese are very efficient. I mean, if I ask you anything about Japan, yeah, there are a few things that probably most of you can just name offhand just like that, because it's kind of unique to the country. Like they make a lot of electronics. Yeah, people go to Japan just to get the latest electronics, right? And then Japan is famous for their sushi, right? People talk about sushi. I talk about it too in my class. And then what other things that come to Japanese? When you think about Japan, efficiency, for example, right? The culture, Zen, you know, green tea, things like this. Konnichiwa, Annabelle-san. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna, like I say, when we talk about Japan, people name things that relate to Japan, many things come, okay? And one of the things that always come out when you talk about Japan is also longevity. This is a country where it is known for long life, yeah, and then also for beautiful women and handsome men, yeah, and Japanese women take care of their skin. In fact, right now, the men also take care of their skin. So these are all things that is synonymous with us when we think about Japanese, like long life. Okay, so today I'm going to start this topic on pretty woman. I think I should put pretty woman and handsome men also, and longevity. Why this culture, this nation, this land of the rising sun has always been ranked up right there in terms of longevity, in terms of a country where there's a lot of pretty women and handsome guys, yeah, handsome men, yeah. So pretty woman is bijo in Japanese, and longevity is choshu. Yeah, men too, Jeremy, I know. Okay, and then of course, handsome man is binan. Okay, binan. Okay. So let's kick off this topic today. I'm going to so-called unravel the mystery， 把这个谜解开。为什么日本人会长寿？那为什么日本的女生，特别是女生是那么的漂亮，那么的耐看，好不好？就是大致来讲啊，就是给人家印象就是那么漂亮，像仙女这样子，那么耐看。那男生也是一样都是他们 they are in Japanese. There's a word to describe a handsome man. It's called Ikemen. Okay, so you can see my first slide. Okay, we're talking about Japan. One of the things that always come to Japan is that the country has the longest living population, men and women. So you can see, I read in Chinese now, is 都道府县 ，OK， 别平均寿命。In Japan, they always say 都道府县，都道府县就是都道府县。Okay, so there are 47 prefecture in okay, I should put it this correct way. There are 47 so-called states in Japan. Okay, but 县 is called prefecture. Okay, so why do they always put 都道府县? You see, for my two slides, 都道府县, this is extra knowledge. 都 okay, is referring to Tokyo, Tokyo-do, and Kyoto, Jingdu. Tao refers to Hokkaido. Fu refers to Osaka Fu. So never say Osaka Ken. There's no Osaka Ken. All right. So Tu 是 Tokyo and Kyoto. Jingdu. Tao is Hokkaido, the big island right on up in the north. Fu is all we know, Osaka Fu. Ken, xian is the rest of the 43 xian. That's why you see in the right side of my little graph here, you can see, I'm trying to show you here, it's from number 1 all the way to number 47. So there are 47 states, but they are called Dodo Fu Ken. There's only 43 Ken, okay? As you can see, this little graph shows, they tabulate this every year, no? Okay, they tabulate this every year. Kochi, Gaozi Xian, every 100,000 people, you can find 101. Okay, senior citizen that is over the age of 100. And you come down all the way to the 47, which is the last, Saitama. Okay, even in Saitama, every 100,000 population of the Saitama prefecture, Saitama Ken, you can find 33 out of 100,000 that is above 100 years old. Okay, so there's a reason why. So today I'm trying to unravel the so-called secrets behind longevity in Japan. Then you come back to my left chart, yeah, you can see there is Dansei and Josei, 男性跟女性。Number 1 is Shikaken for male, and then number 1 is Nagano for female, and then come all the way down. Okay, you can see on average male is above 80 years old, and then for female is 87. Okay, 好不好? So this country is known for longevity, but there must be a reason why, right? So I'm going to so-called 解谜. Okay, let's go. We also talk about, other than longevity, there are also many beautiful women and handsome guys, right? So where can we find these beautiful women and handsome guys in the different prefectures of the land of the rising sun? Okay, and of course this ranking change. Japanese love ranking. They have ranking every year. All right, so the one that I found out is in number 1 place is Akita Ken, is in the north. Okay, 22% of the population are considered bidan bijo. That means you can find a lot of handsome men and beautiful women if you go Akita. And it's known, ever since I come to know about this Japanese culture, and I fall in love with culture and stuff like that, and I have many Japanese friends, they also do the same saying, that if you go Akita, you can find a lot of beautiful women, right? And then second is Kumamoto, third is Fukuoka, fourth is Okinawa. Okay, I'm reading to you in so-called English, but it's Japanese, but I believe most of you cannot read this kanji in this slide. So fifth is Niigata and Hyogo, okay, Shimane, eighth is Iwate and Tokyo. So Tokyo is also not too bad, yeah. And then in 10th, you have Hokkaido, Yamagata, and Kyoto Fu. See, Kyoto Fu. Okay, so, and then of course, according to them, okay, Okinawa is the best in terms of men and women. You have the most handsome men and women on average if you go to Okinawa. Okay, interesting slide. I say, oh, Yongso, I have news for you later. Stay throughout the show, okay? If we can get it done together. Okay, so secret review. The first thing about the Japanese is because they have green tea. So Japanese drink a lot of green tea, right? And we know that, when we think of Japan, the thing that we associate with Japan is matcha and green tea. And has been scientifically proven that green tea is actually the healthiest beverage on earth, honestly. Because I'm not going to throw you a lot of jargon and stuff like that, but I give you the key ingredient, okay? green tea aids digestion. Okay, it has a lot of antioxidant and nutrients, and it improves mental and heart health. So if you drink a lot of green tea, it actually gives you a lot of health benefits. Yeah, and the Japanese have been doing that. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why they have longevity and they have beautiful skin, because they are healthy to start with, okay, and they have a lot of nutrients and stuff like that. Okay, and then what do you think is the next secret? So one of the secrets is green tea. Maybe we should start drinking a lot of green tea. It's going to be green in color. Yeah, the next thing also. Yeah, just like green tea. Okay. Oh yeah, I forget. Green tea in Japanese is called ryokucha. Ryokucha. Ryokucha, 绿茶. Okay. Next. Ta-da! Wasabi. Somebody hate it, somebody loves it. Okay, and I actually don't mind it. Actually, I do love wasabi when you have that, when you eat it, and then you breathe like a monster, a dragon. You know, when it just 呛上你的鼻子. Okay, so in English, wasabi is so-called known as Japanese horseradish. Yeah. And then what is so great about this little plant? It prevents certain types of cancer. It slows down cancer growing cells, according to research, like stomach cancer and also leukemia. And it's also an inhibitor of blood clot. And this is very important. Why? Because when we get stroke, it's because our blood vessel got clogged. Okay, but wasabi actually is an inhibitor of blood clot. 就是说它不会帮我们的血管凝结，然后会中风了哈。And it's also because it's a plant, it's very high in fiber and aids in proper digestion. So Japanese eat not a lot, but in most of the time when they have sushi, even when they have tempura, they have wasabi. Or when you eat tonkatsu, okay, they have wasabi. And then you know, you can get it tube form also, but there again, tube form is never similar to what you get as in the plant. So sometimes you go to some good tonkatsu restaurant, they will give you a wooden, I should say a wooden square, I don't know how to say it, yeah, but then it has rough surface, and then you use the wasabi and then you just rub. Okay, and then of course, 它会很呛的, it's very pungent. Okay, but the wasabi came out in a very nice green color like this. Okay, and then you dip with your sushi or in your sauce and you eat it. Yeah. So wasabi is another staple, I should say, food, not food, but something that the Japanese eat very often than the rest of the world. And because of the good benefits of wasabi, it also contributes to longevity. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Ming-En. Thank you for coming by. We're talking about beautiful girls, beautiful men today. Yeah. Okay, another one. Okay, it's called Hakko Shohin, fermented food. Hakko Shohin. And what you see on my slide is natto. Okay. Not many appreciate natto. I have no problem. I don't know why. Even the first time I took natto, I'm okay. All right, it comes in a small pack. Okay, you drop into a bowl of steamy white rice, and then when you drop, it's very sticky because it's fermented, All right, and then of course you see the Japanese, they always use a chopstick and then do the twirling. Okay, because of the fermented, sticky, I should say sticky stuff is fermented. As you can imagine, fermented is very sticky. So they always do the twirling and then they'll eat it. Okay, I myself like it. It comes in different sizes and sometimes they show you on top. Okay, so let's say when again on my business trip, when I have my morning breakfast, I usually take natto, yeah, and I put it on a bowl of white rice, steaming hot, and then just pour it, and then add shoyu. Sometimes you add mustard also. Okay, mustard. Okay. All right, but why fermented food? Again, according to nutritionists and scientists, they have a lot of natural microorganisms. It has beneficial enzyme, a lot of B vitamins. Now we know that vitamin B come in different categories of B vitamins. So they have some, and then there's also omega-3 fatty acid, yeah, which is good for the body. and then it promotes gut health. All right, so this is a very healthy staple food for the Japanese. And for my good counterpart, Yongso, yeah, their Korean culture, they have also a very, 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 very good Hakko shokuhin, which is what we know as kimchi. It has the same benefit. All right, that's why Korea also have beautiful men, beautiful women. All right. Okay, so this is the third reason. This is the secret. Yeah, you want to write it down. So you want to be having a long life, and then also be beautiful. Okay. Next, again, we know when we talk about Japanese, they have a lot of seafood, right? Sashimi is seafood, right? So they eat a lot of seafood. And I don't think I have to elaborate more, but the key benefits of eating seafood is that it is low in saturated fat. Of course, plenty of omega-3 fatty acid, yeah, to reduce our bad cholesterol, and then reduce risk of heart disease. Yeah, so you see, longevity for the Japanese is a lot has to do with the diet. It's all about the makan, yeah. And then maybe I can just insert a little bit. Here in Singapore, we are also trying to take part in this challenge called Trim and Fit, yeah, 60 days challenge, where we are also going on a weight management program where we go to live healthy, eat healthy. And then, of course, you know, we can't probably buy a lot of seafood and wasabi and hakshoki, but then we have a lot of nutrition supplement that can replace or ingest into our body the same amount, or in fact more, of the omega-3 fatty acid, you know, all the nutrients, all the vitamin Bs, etc., etc. Okay, so please take a look at our ArcSphere post where we will showcase this Trim and Fit 4.0 challenge. Okay, and then the next is their cooking method. Japanese cooking method is also very healthy. All right, and this thing that I show here in my slide is called mushimono, steam food. Mushimono, steam food. All right, so somehow their food preparation for the Japanese, they do have tempura, which is deep fried. But honestly, Japanese food, like what we already know, you know, they have the wasabi and the sashimi, the seafood. In fact, when they do cooking, they do a lot of steaming. All right, a lot of mushimono. Okay, so if you do know, there's this lavish dinner called kaiseki 怀石料理. Okay, 怀石料理, of course, there is a pattern, okay, of what the food come in first. Just like we Chinese, right? We also have a sequence of what food to be served. So mushimono is always one of the few. In fact, it is one of the key. They will have one item called mushimono, and then of course the dish itself lah. Every ryokan will do it differently, but mushimono is always one of the key set of meal preparation in 怀石料理啊，开始记，好不好？哦 ，so they make a lot of steam food mushimono Japanese, and it's very simple. Okay, when you prepare food by steaming, it preserves a lot of nutrients which our body need again. Okay, it contributes to why they have better skin, all right, or the longevity again for the Japanese population. Yes, Dion-san, you want kani? I buy you kani, okay? Okay, and then another thing is, you'll be surprised, okay? But you see, this homogeneous population is very steep-rooted, okay, for the longest time, right? Since we know of the Japanese culture and their history. 家庭料理, 家庭料理, home cooking. Up till now, yeah, 21st century, Japanese family, they still cook almost every day. Almost every day. I use the word almost now because there's so much convenience because of technology and everything. Yeah, of course, the establishments make it easier for us to buy food outside too. But okay, home cooking is still very much alive and kicking in Japan, unlike in Singapore, where a lot of our friends that we know, they have a kitchen, but they seldom cook, probably once a year or twice a year. But in the Japanese kitchen, they cook every day. And because they cook every day, and like I showed earlier, they have the preparation of meal other than tempura is deep fried. Everything, not everything, but most of the time is very healthy. And one of the key things is that they have steamed food. They steam fish and steamed food. It's very healthy. All right. So eating out is a luxury to the Japanese. So that is the reason why also in Japan, mini-marts and supermarket are almost full every day from 9 to 11 because there's still a lot of housewives that do home cooking. Okay, so they still prefer home cooking, unlike us, or rather in Singapore context, we like to go and eat out, right? 我们就是老外嘛哈，老外 but in Japanese, this is still very much intact. All right, and because they do a lot of home cooking, kate ryori, kate ryori in Japanese, all right, they follow this rule, okay? 一粥三菜，一汁三菜，一粥三菜，一汁三菜, one soup and 3 vegetables. And that's why when you go to a Japanese restaurant and you order a set meal and everything, usually it comes in a tray and then you have all these different bowls. But it is almost similar to this. This is a Japanese, what I call it, eating culture, all right, which is comprised of a rice. A main dish, it can be your chicken or whatever, yeah, chicken, fish, whatever. And then miso soup, and then the side dish. The side dish will usually be pickles lah. Okay, so all these are very healthy. And remember, 2-3 lessons ago when I was sharing Japanese culture, they do not heat food. Unlike us, the Chinese, we like to have rice and then we all the different, your favorite char siu lah, the chicken lah, you all heat together. The Japanese do not do that. Remember, I shared this with you because they eat in small portion and they don't like to mix the food because they want to taste the original taste. So because of that, that is actually a very healthy eating habit in itself, that it is already so-called programmed in the Japanese DNA, you see. So they do not find it very strange. They find it very normal, okay, to eat healthy, to eat original taste and do not mix. And because of this, they can also so-called, rather the Japanese eat in small portions. They don't gobble their food. Okay? All right, so in Japanese, this is their eating, I should say style, is 一汁三菜. Japanese is 一汁三菜, 一汁三菜. Okay, 1 soup and 3 vegetables. Okay, next. All right, aruku, walking. All right, somehow, I should say, when I first encountered, I'm also very interested because all my Japanese friends, when I was in the university, they love to walk. No matter how far is it, they just love to walk because it's really in their daily life. They walk everywhere, basically. So to the Japanese, walking is a form of exercise. It's a form of keeping themselves fit and healthy. In fact, right now in weight management, like I said, we do have this trim and fit. We also talk about weight management. We talk about exercise. We also have this body watch where we track ourselves, and then usually we make a standard guide to walk 10,000 steps every day. To the Japanese, this 10,000 steps every day happened like way 20, 30 years before. That's why in Japan, many 20, 30 years ago, they have this thing called 万步计 manboke. Okay, they already has been tracking themselves, making sure to walk 10,000 steps every day. So it's nothing new to them. Okay, so walking to the Japanese people is very common. It's a way for them to get fit, to be healthy, to improve their heart and lung fitness. And they also have the tendency to do like 30 minutes a day of walking. That's why you see, even in fact, this is a commercial, right? They talk about walking. The senior citizens going mountain trekking, walking in the park is a normal activity to them to de-stress. Yeah. So Japanese people love to walk. All right. And again, this contribute to the one of the reasons why this country has a lot of centurions, right? People who live above more than 100 years old. Yeah. Okay. So we should start walking. I mean, right now we talk about 10,000 steps. The Japanese have been doing that way long before. That scientists already, come up with 10,000 steps every day is a good guideline to keep us healthy and fit. Okay. The next is shizen. Oh, just now aruku. Aruku is walking, and then shizen, right, means nature. All right. Then there's the abundance of nature in Japan. So again, for those who have been following my lessons, I've been sharing with you about their jinja, their religion, and then how the Japanese actually live in harmony with nature. That's why Japan still have a lot of untouched nature. Why? Because the population there believe that there is God, there's deities in nature, right? In the waterfall, in the ocean, in the trees, etc., etc. So they respect nature, and because of this, they do not actually destroy nature. They try to live in harmony with nature. All right. So that's why you see the cartoon Totoro is all about nature, isn't it? Yeah. So there's a lot of nature, and then of course nature there's plenty of oxygen, as you know, and then they can relax their body, right? And then again, because just now I said the Japanese love to walk, so they love to walk in nature. They can absorb a lot of good ions that is good for the body, right? So there's abundance of nature in Japan. Okay, and then of course everybody know onsen. It's across the country, everywhere have onsen, and hot spring coming out from the underground has a lot of good minerals, okay, in which we need in our body too. That's why nutrition supplements we have minerals like iron, right, and calcium, magnesium, etc., etc. So hot springs is already a custom, a culture for the Japanese. Excuse me, taking bath. And we know that it does give us relaxation. It does improve blood circulation. And then certain hot springs, and then like you recall my hot onsen lesson, there is a body of association to determine, excuse me, the minerals of the hot spring, how it benefits your skin and your body, right? So, excuse me again. So onsen, don't have to spend too much time on it. Everybody knows Japan is famous for onsen, and they love to take a dip in the bath, right? Because it does keep them relaxed, the skin smooth and beautiful, right? Cleanse the mind and soul. Yeah. Oh, Yongso, Tabe onsen. Let's go together. I think it's fun to go with you. I remember going to Korea and then they scrub me like I am a dirty floor. Good for you. You are a good son, Yongso. Okay. And then the next, why Japanese men and women are so pretty, so handsome, so beautiful is because, again, Keishohin. I put Keishohin here because, not because there's a reason why, right? There is, they know how to take care of their skin. That's why when we're growing up, I mean, I'm 50 now, right? When we're growing up, when we think of cosmetics, we usually think of Japanese cosmetic, and recently, of course, the Korean cosmetic. But why the Japanese cosmetic is so, excuse me, so advanced is because the Japanese population understands hygiene very much. All right, and they believe in removing makeup. Okay, they put makeup on because they know that makeup is there to protect the skin from the sun, from the harsh climate, from snow and all the 4 seasons, right? So they put on makeup, of course, to make them look pretty and stuff like that. Even men put makeup in Japan, okay? But they also make sure that they have remover that can remove all the makeup. They make sure that no trace is left. and then they understand they have to keep the facial skin pore clean. All right, so Keishohin to them is very important. They will have a full set. All right, they really know how to take care of their skin. That's why when I was growing up, what I'm trying to say is that the Japanese cosmetic industry is known to the world already before we have all the other brands, of course, from Europe and everything. I'm saying that the population have a very good knowledge of keeping their skin and maintaining their skin at the highest optimum level by using the proper Keishohin. Eye makeup remover, they use toner, they use moisturizer, etc., etc. Okay, so there you see. All right, Keishohin. I'm not saying that they use good. I'm not saying about Keishohin itself per se, but it's that they have this knowledge of cosmetics, of Hufu. Okay. All right, and then another one here. This is another reason. It's called Ikigai. Okay, Ikigai means the reason to live. Okay, in short, if I have to put it in a word that everybody can understand, is Zen. So Japanese practice Shinto, they practice Zen. Rather, the Japanese people are very systematic. They plan everything, and that also is the reason why Japan can come out from the Second World War. I mean, I'm going a little bit far. I'm just giving you an idea. Can come out from the Second World War and become the second largest economy. Why? Because they plan everything. And then while planning everything, they know what is their purpose in life. So targets to the Japanese are not strange, are not something that is stressful. Because when I get to know more about the Japanese culture, I actually love sports myself. So I watch a lot of Japanese sports. And then these young kids, or rather high school baseball players, they have goals. Like in one of my Japanese sessions, I talk about baseball, and baseball is still pretty much the #1 sports in Japan and also Korea. I believe you also can agree with me. I don't know about Korea, but I speak for Japanese. All those young baseball players, when they play baseball and they represent their school, they want to be the best in the prefecture so that they can go to Koshien, which is like the grandmama of high school baseball. And everybody wants to go to Koshien to win the high school baseball championship. And then recently, because Japan is supposed to host the Olympic this year, so there were also a lot of talk about why those are born in the 1980s, 80 to 85, 86, right now are the Olympic champions in badminton, in table tennis, in swimming. Because since young, they have this goal in life. They are willing to sacrifice, okay, to reach their goal. So the Japanese people themselves, you see, as you can see from my slide here, you can find it in the internet. They actually have this thing called Ikigai. They have subsets. They have the reason to live. What they don't even live for themselves. Sometimes they also plan, like what they can do for society, etc., etc. Right. So that's why you can see a lot of big Japanese company, okay, are contributing to the society with their fantastic products that we know now. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, this is a little bit on the emotional side of things, but I have already reviewed, okay, why Japan as a population, as a country, has one of the longest, in fact, if not the longest, life spanning population in the world, and why Japanese people on the average are more beautiful and more handsome than other races, I should say. I mean, we cannot put it definite, but the average, the image is they are beautiful people. Okay, and it's because of all this I've just shared with you. So we can also follow this. Yeah, we can also do this ourselves, like walking, like eat healthy food, like nutrition supplement, exercise. Yeah. So it is still a Japanese lesson, so I'm going to share with you, okay, some of the Japanese sentences, right? What are the essential key to the healthy lifestyle? In Japanese is 健康的なライフスタイルに不可欠な鍵は何ですか? Okay, what are the essential key to a healthy lifestyle? In Japanese, 健康的なライフスタイルに不可欠な鍵は何ですか? Okay, 健康的健康的 is healthy. Okay, 不可欠な就是 cannot miss. Okay, 不可欠缺 essential. Okay, 那个键 is kagi is like the key. Okay, 何ですか? Okay, one more time. 健康的なライフスタイルに不可欠な鍵は何ですか? Okay, so here there is also a 外来語、外来語。Okay, totally pick from the English word and then put it in. Okay, lifestyle, lifestyle. Remember, katakana, lifestyle. Okay. Next, yes, there are 6 important elements. All right. はい。6つの重要な要素があります。Yes, there are 6 important elements. はい。6つの重要な要素があります。重要な important. Element is 要素。Right? Okay? はい。6つの重要な要素があります。Okay? 6 important elements. Okay? Alright, so what are the 6? Eat food with high protein, in which I showed you earlier, the first few slides, right? With the seafood and everything. Alright, so Japanese eat a lot of seafood. The food preparation also keep the nutrients. They eat a lot of rice. So eat food with high protein. 高タンパク質の食品を食べる。高タンパク質の食品を食べる。タンパク質 is protein. 高タンパク質の食品を食べる。Alright, of course, when we're talking about eating, yeah, of course, there is also a proper way to eat. Breakfast, 7 to 9 a.m. must eat. Yeah, 一定要在早餐7点到9点 must eat your breakfast. And then lunch, 12 to 2 p.m. Dinner, 6 to 8 p.m. So these are also things that that contribute to a healthy lifestyle. All right, and I believe the Japanese follow this pretty much because they do home cook, ma. All right, so eat food high protein. Remember, the key is breakfast 7 to 9, lunch 12 to 2, dinner 6 to 8. If you do not know, never mind. Like I say, we have a Trim and Fit challenge and we have a program. You can also join us in this program. Okay, you can also type in your comments. Okay, and ask us about the program Trim and Fit 4.0. Yeah. Second is sleep well. Okay, よく眠る。よく眠る sleep well. All right, sleep well means what? We must have quality sleep of 6 to 8 hours. That's why there's this thing called beauty sleep. All right, so sleep well. Japanese, よく眠る. Yoku is actually yoku is very lah. Okay, but here sleep well is よく眠る. Yeah, nemuru is sleep. Nemui, very sleepy. Okay. See, again, when you want to be pretty, you have to not pay a price, but you have to contribute to your body, right? So exercise regularly. All right. In Japanese, is 定期的に運動する。定期的に運動する。定期、定期、定期的、定期。運動, undo. I think it sounds like Korean undo also, yeah, yeah. So exercise regularly. 定期的に運動する. Right? So basically, again, we have a program, join us, but just to give you a quick so-called simple recap, how to exercise regularly and what it constitutes to be exercise regularly is 30 minutes, exercise 3 times a week, okay, and get a heartbeat of 130. Yeah, so some exercise. 30 minutes, at least 3 times a week with a heartbeat of at least 130. Huh? And then, of course, we need to, of course, clear the body system. And what is the best way to clear the body system with all the unwanted stuff in our body? Is to drink lots of water. So, drink 2 liters of water daily. In Japanese, 毎日2リットルの水を飲む。毎日2 is 2 yeah? Liter, so again, 外来語 外来語把它帶過來 is liter 嘛 so in Japanese is リトルの水を飲む okay 飲みます飲む okay so drink 毎日是每天2 liters of water okay 毎日2 liter の水を飲む okay these are some of the key essential to good health. And of course, they must have good living habits to have good health, right? So in Japanese, good living habits is called 良い生活習慣。良い生活習慣。Okay? 良い good 良那个良字良い生活生活習慣就是習慣。Good living habits, in which I have already shared also just now the secrets review that they have this Ikigai. All right, the Japanese, they have a purpose in life. That's why there's this Zen, right? Meditation, right? So they have good living habits. Okay, and then number 6 is you maintain good emotion wellness. Right? 良い感情を健康維持する。良い感情の健康を維持する。OK, maintain good emotion wellness 就是 EQ 啦 ，Zen 啦 ，OK 就是情绪，保持好的情绪。OK， 良い感情，感情是感情。as in the Japanese word there, emotion. 健康 is healthy 啦 ，wellness, health. OK, easy means maintain. So 良い感情の健康を維持する。良い感情の健康を維持する。Yeah? Okay, so you see, I reviewed everything for you today, right? This is simple. I can do it too. これは簡単です。私もできます。これは簡単です。私もできます。So you and I can do it. Yeah, we can live at least to the age of 80 for men, 87 for women, because we are following what the Japanese are doing. Yeah? All right, so one more time. This is simple. I can do it too. これは簡単です。私もできます。Okay? 簡単 is simple. できます is can do it. Okay. Now I can live up to 80 years old. 私も80歳まで生きることができます。私は80歳まで、80歳是80岁80 years old. Okay? 生きる就是 living, live up to 生きる、ことができます。That means can. I can live up to 80 years old. Alright? 私 is I. Yeah? 80歳 80 years old. Okay? So 80歳まで up to 80 years old. 80歳まで So 70 years old up to 70 years old. 70歳まで Right? 100 years old up to 100 years old. 100歳まで So the まで is the final point. まで、ね、生きることができます。Okay? Alright? So, all the secrets review, are you enjoying it? Everybody, if you still do not know what to do, join us. Alright, like I say, I'm asking the audience wherever you are, not ever in Singapore, if you really want to be like the Japanese, have longevity, learn about nutrition, get ready to get a better health, can join us. We have this Trim and Fit challenge, okay, for 60 days. We will share everything we know about nutrition, like what I did, of course, more in the class. We do exercise together in a team, and then we can get the win prizes too. All right, so watch out for more details on the ArcSphere channel. And then because today is almost the end of August, I'm inside this little place doing my life, okay, in which I think I need to upgrade also, right? In September, I'll be moving to a new place to do my Japanese session. And then I welcome anybody who wants to join me as a live audience. Can let me know, all right? And because why? I also intend, I have not break it down into a solid idea yet, but I want to do a collaboration with our Oppa Yongso. Yeah, he is a real Korean teaching Korean in Artsphere. I'm a fake Japanese doing Japanese in Artsphere. But hey, who cares? Because now people buy a lot of fake products, right? Because fake can be real. Real cannot be fake, right? So I'd like to do a collaboration with him on a very special program about Japanese and Korean. Hopefully we can do that together next week. Yeah, Yong-sok. Hopefully we get the permission to do so. And then hope you enjoy this session, okay? And subscribe to Artsphere. Watch out for more of our information on this Trip and Fit 4.0, where we can get healthy together, challenge each other 60 days, and then win prizes also, and be healthy and live like the Japanese. Yeah? お疲れ様でした. Thank you, guys.